This is a starter match. Orcs against humans at low TV. There's a few skills going on because it's a tournament game, but there's been lots of requests about how to play Orcs successfully. So we're going to have a look at an Orc game. So CT is playing Orcs, and CT's had a lot of success in the tournament circuit. He's won his fair share of tournaments, and he's generally regarded as a decent player. He's playing the Orcs, so let's see how he gets on. So as the teams go, we've got Orcs, standard Black Orc build, 4 Black Orcs, 4 Blitzers. He's not gone for the Goblin, but he's got 2 linemen and a thrower, and he's got the Troll. In terms of skills, he's blocked up the Black Orcs, which is a sensible way to go. He's got a Mighty Blow Blitzer to cause a bit of carnage, 2 Mighty Blow Blitzers to cause a lot of carnage, and then Guard and Tackle on there. So there's a fair few skills going around here. Tackle to deal with anyone who might come along. Humans wise, they've gone for a bit of killing as well. Mighty Blow, Guard on the Blitzers, 2 Guard on the Blitzers. So that's more Guard than the Orcs have got. Wonder if that'll prove critical. We've got Leader on the Thrower, Tackle on the Lineman. So both teams have got Tackle, but very little dodge going around because the humans haven't taken any catches at all. Okay, so let's see how the game pans out. So we're going to go along at reasonable speed. No inducements on either side, so just 3 rerolls against the 2 rerolls. But I think Leader's going to be added to one of them. I know, we've already been added. So who have we got actually? So we've got Zug on the human team with the new figure out. He's going to appear in quite a lot, but we've got Zug on the human team because that's the way the tournament build can work. So much bash on both sides. Picked up with the thrower. I tend to prefer ball carrying with a blitzer when I'm playing Orcs for the extra move, but each their own. The sure hands comes in useful sometimes. So Zug put Zog on the line, and then the troll has gone down. A bit risky putting Zug on the line because you might lose him straight away when the opposition's got a troll as well. So he's tried to target him, but failed. That's the downside of using the troll, obviously demonstrated there. So humans could be in a bit of trouble here, actually. So I said how to play Orcs successfully. There's already, if that Black Orc had gone down there, then there would have been a massive hole going through. So one thing you do need to be aware of with the Troll is that he can cause all sorts of issues if you use him badly. So let's have a look. Let's see if the humans can get through. So they didn't try and get through there. You already used the Blitz. So he used the Blitz sort of separately. Okay, so now hopefully the Orcs will try and consolidate a bit and just cage up, because one of the difficulties with playing Orcs is how to move forward. So obviously there's a bit of bashing going on. So let's see. So the Orcs are just causing a bit of bash and then caging up a bit. And so what we're going to be focusing on a little bit is whether the Orcs can progress. So this is the way to play against Orcs, is to get in their way and to stop them making progress. So let's see if that is successful. So a good bit of dodging away. Humans dodging on 3s, so it's not ridiculous to do that. And so the Orcs moving side to side. Patience is often the key. And so he's just moved the cage over. And again, it's helpful to be removing players from the pitch. That's why the Mighty Blow is there. And fouling Mighty Zug. Excellent, that's why the linemen are there. But what he's done here, he hasn't actually bothered making a cage. So a common sort of misconception is that you do try and make the cage, but there's actually no need. The idea of the cage is to stop the opposition players getting to the ball carrier, and a cage is a surefire way of doing that. But if you can sort of screen the ball carrier anyway, then there's actually no need to have a player back here, because there's no way that humans are going to get round to there anyway. So he's using his team pretty well and getting everyone in front of the thrower, and that can help with moving the players forward, especially when they stay on their feet, as that Black Orc has over there. So failed dodge there, so you've got to make those dodges. And all he's going to do here is just try and probably move down the sideline now, because he's got a Black Orc back there. The Troll's getting a bit isolated, but that doesn't matter. The Troll doesn't need to do anything. He can just mark up those 2 players over there. Not a lot. Oh, he's left the pitch. What's happened to him? Knocked out. Okay, so humans are leaving the pitch as well. This is proving difficult. So yes, so it helps obviously to get the players off the pitch. And Zug's been isolated, and the Troll is off the pitch. Let's see if the Troll comes back in the second half. Right, so actually let's go back to the beginning of this turn. So what actually happened here is that this player, back to the beginning of the previous turn. So this player was left free, which is a little bit risky. So the lineman can dodge out and get the blitz on there, but actually, even if that works, he's got 2 blitzers to mop up the damage. So it could go wrong against elves. This would be very risky because the dodge out there could scatter the ball free and then cause problems there. So he's taken a sort of calculated risk there, I guess, to allow the dodge out and the 2 go for it's for the 1 die blitz, because it's not sort of the end of the world, and it failed anyway. And so what he's doing here is stalling. He's choosing not to score straight away because that would give the humans 3 turns to score back. Perfectly legitimate tactic, and just using that 1 black orc at the top there to blimey, that was a half dice blitz against the ball carrier and knocked himself out. So it should be straightforward for the orcs to play out the half now. Massive numbers advantage. And just going to consolidate that numbers advantage as much as possible. Oh, right, okay, so in fact, what's happened here is that he's left it again. That's not tremendously good. Disappointing CT, in that he has left the possibility of the blitz there. So if we go back to the beginning of the half, so that's the way he left it, and he used these players to go round here. Not quite sure why he did that. Let's go back again. So instead of like consolidating, and screening there, he's used quite a lot of players. See, that player there should have gone over here, which would have made the blitz impossible, and also just leaving that black orc back there would have made the blitz impossible as well. So not quite sure what the thinking was there, but let's call that one a mistake. Let's see if he pays the price. So he comes through and pushes into the end zone. So he scored on the opponent's turn. So what happens there is that you skip the orc turn. Humans got 1 turn to score back, but quite tricky to score a 1 turner with a basic human team, especially when perfect defense happens. And so not going to happen there. Just a bit of bashing there then. Maybe a foul. Interesting. And fouled him off the pitch and got sent off. Oh, well, that was well worth it. A lineman for a black orc. Definite tactical foul there. Right, are the humans going to be able to score back? Let's see. It's a really annoying kick. Blimey, Troll is off the pitch again. Zug doing his work. That's why people choose Zug, because he's a beast. So Orcs playing the second half without a Troll. Let's see if that has any effect. Sure, but the humans still leaving the pitch. Absolute nightmare for the humans here. They've got 4 out, which is going to make things really difficult. The deep kick is a bit of a nightmare generally, but he's not bringing any players back much to cover. But to be honest, with so few players, it's going to be challenging. And he's marked up that player there, so the thrower's going to have to find some way out here. Oh, did the dodge? If the dodge had failed, it would have been a whole world of trouble. Might still be in trouble, depending on what happens with this thing here. Is he going to dodge out, or is he just going to leave it? So he dodged out, and then he... Oh, no. It's all gone wrong for the humans at this stage. Okay. So it probably wasn't a perfect example of how to play Orcs, apart from kill all the opponents. But things like screening, we saw in the first half, is a good idea, so that you don't necessarily worry about the cage in itself. So what I'm going to do is try and find a few more examples, because this is actually the most common question we're seeing on the Facebook community at the moment, is how to play Orcs successfully at low TV. And so I'm definitely going to hunt out some other examples and just see the different ways that people play Orcs. But hopefully we've seen a few things here. Kill people as much as possible and move up the pitch. But yeah, we'll see what happens when they come across a team that doesn't just evaporate in front of them because of the armor dice. And I think he's just going to walk it in here. So we'll just finish this one off. Nice bit of bashing, and that was the end of that one. So as a start-off point with the Orcs, that gives you an idea. A couple of things what not to do as well, actually, but generally reasonably good standard of play.